Regulation isn't about inhibiting you or stopping your creativity. In fact, it's a way of showing you how to enable it. Our police, for instance, in the UK, the best they've done is 5% accuracy, picking criminals out of crowds. AI could gain a lot by having a quality mark so that the public knew where to place their trust. So we look at things like sustainability of the products coming out. How green is this company apart from anything else? Can you trust it? Are they eroding human rights? Have they thought about that? It's been quite interesting to see how AI has developed. I started off 40 years ago in AI when it was really an academic subject. Nobody was even thinking about using it in industry then, and it's really flourishing. We're undergoing a revolution over the last 3 or 4 years where it's spreading widely in industry. At least it appears to be. There's stuff everybody says they're doing it, but not everybody is. There's quite a lot of stuff like a stats package. We've got AI in our company, and it isn't really, but it's certainly going to be used by most industry. And it's, it's being used for law, it's being used for journalism. You've got junior reporters now that are AI systems that collect the data. Then you have a sub-editor who goes through it. It's mainly for sports or weather, that kind of thing for now. So we're seeing a great flourishing of AI, and it's really good for me, having been in this subject for so long, to see this happening, providing we're cautious about it. We're also seeing a massive problematic area of algorithmic decision making, where it's becoming very apparent that it's gender biased and it's also racially biased. Now, what we've got at the minute is an evolving society. Our norms are changing. I remember the 50s and 60s, the way women were treated and people of colour, and we've changed a lot. But unfortunately, the data locked in our internet, ossified there, is not changing, and that's what we're using to train these systems. So I have both great happiness about the good that AI can do, but also very concerned that people will screw it up by doing bad things with it. In Silicon Valley, it's only 20% women. In the UK, it's 11%, so it's very small. And it shows, the lack of diversity really shows up. I've recently seen a soap dispenser. I've got videos of it where a black guy puts his hand under the soap dispenser, nothing. He can't get any soap. He puts a white tissue paper on it, he gets soap. His white friend gets soap. And then somebody else has a video of a Marriott hotel with exactly the same thing. Black guy can't get soap, white tissue on it. And I know a young woman, Joy Bullingweeny, who runs the Algorithmic Justice League. She works on avatar research. She has to wear a white mask because it's not a matter of facial recognition. It can't actually know that she has a face. She's from Ghana. And face recognition technology is so bad when it comes to shade of colours. Our police, for instance, in the UK, with their own data, the best they've done is 5% accuracy, picking criminals out of crowds. In the Afro-Caribbean Festival, Notting Hill, they managed to get 2%. That's the kind of problem we're dealing with. And so it needs a lot of regulation. People talk about, regulation can stifle innovation. But, I think there's some innovations that are worth stifling. We don't want to stifle creativity, but let's not just think because something's innovative that it's great. Nuclear weapons were an innovation, but they're not that great to have. I worry about AI being used in politics as well. Though I think AI can be really helpful. Medical stuff is the real place, a really good at helping doctors with diagnosis. But I don't want to give it decision power. I want a panel of doctors using human deliberative reasoning, because AI can work really well a lot of the time, but when it makes a mistake, boy does it make a mistake. It goes right off the rails. So I want human deliberation on those kinds of decisions. But in the political sphere, I worry that it could destroy our democracy, not save it. Because we've seen all the stuff with fake news, we've seen the collection of Facebook data and using it to manipulate populations. We've got Brexit in the UK, and a lot of that has to do with the manipulation of the public by looking at their data from Facebook. And so it's a threat. But what I want to do is to stop this and create public trust. That's the most important thing. Now, governments that I talk to around the world, what they've got their eye on is the cash register. They see big bucks, they talk about the economy. They don't really think, what's the societal impact of this? How will it all fit together? You've got great delivery robots, you've got flying ones, we're going for Amazon, but it's going to be hundreds of thousands of these things in the sky, blocking out the sun, ruining wildlife. You need to have joined up thinking, and that's what I like to go to Parliament and do, and try and press them all the time to think beyond just, oh, we're going to make money out of this. And if they do that, I mean, this stuff can be great for delivering blood in areas where there's problems, delivering foodstuffs, monitoring endangered species, going under the ice cap with autonomous submarines, looking at the melting, so many good things. But if we don't get public trust, if we keep going in this bad way, eventually the public will say enough's enough, and you're going to not just get an AI winter this time, which we've had before, you're going to get an AI ice age, and nobody wants that. So let's face up to our responsibilities and get public trust. I think it's very good that Malta are moving into the AI sector more. For a small island with a small population, I think it could really score here. It could help its economy. And I've seen some of the regulations. But again, it would be good if it was showing some more leadership in the moral aspects of the use of the technology, not being a haven for people to come and plant bad technology or develop bad technology. I don't think they want to do that. But if they could be just a bit more upfront about saying, you know, we're going to be the responsible nation, we're going to ensure quality of the products that are coming to our island or coming from our island and being created by our island. Now, I'm co-director of the Foundation for Responsible Robotics in The Hague, in the Netherlands, and we're in partnership with Deloitte, the big auditing company at the minute. They're helping us a lot, and we're developing a quality mark for AI. We're a non-for-profit charitable trust organisation. We're not doing it for money, but we believe that AI could gain a lot by having a quality mark so that the public knew where to place their trust. So we look at things like sustainability of the products coming out. You know, how green is this company apart from anything else? Can you trust it? Are they eroding human rights? Have they thought about that? So it's the whole idea of the quality marks to encourage companies to think more about their responsibility. I think this kind of conference is really good for the industry because it puts people all together and they network. I personally hate the word network because I'm an academic, but I still get to talk to a lot of people. And the ones that have interested me most are people talking about the regulating of it. And this has been very useful because industry, of course, is always concerned about regulation. And I think that some of these panels have shown the way, saying that regulation isn't about inhibiting you or stopping your creativity. In fact, it's a way of showing you how to enable it in a legal way that will sustain. And those have been, for me, the hallmarks of this conference. It's been very well done.